Hey everybody, I'm John and you're watching the Real Man Rom-Com Review. Happy Halloween everyone. I'm coming to you today from Miramar Beach on the Florida Panhandle. Lisa's taking a real estate class in the area, so I decided to take a couple of days off from work and enjoy the beach. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to see my previews from previous weeks and ring that bell to be notified when new content drops. This week we have 6 movies from Hallmark and Great American Family to review, so let's get to it. In number 6, The Joyous Noel, which aired Sunday, October 29th on the Hallmark Channel. Now, Leah works as a copy editor for a local newspaper, and she has 2 dreams in life. 1, become a real journalist, and 2, to find an ideal man, who is an average height doctor. I don't know, go figure. Now, Leah purchases an old music box at an antique store, and within the music box, Leah finds a journal, and the journal tells the tale of F and Montfleur, 2 teenagers madly in love. Leah and Moody Mark, an actual journalist, are sent to France to uncover the story of F and Montfleur. Okay, look, I'm going to stop right here. I mean, we've seen this movie play out dozens of times in Hallmark movies, such as Unlocking Christmas, the Wedding Veil trilogy, Time for Him to Come Home for Christmas, Farewell, Mr. Kringle, and countless other movies. I mean, what's going to make this one special? Nothing. Look, here's the worst part. J.C. Elliott, who plays Leah, did virtually the exact same movie in last year's My Southern Family Christmas. I mean, did she not read the script before the movie and say, hey, didn't I just do this movie? Look, save yourself the time and just skip this movie. Number 5 was Journey to Christmas, which aired Sunday, October 29th on the Great American Family. Now, Callie Caldwell is a well-known influencer turned model. She wants to design clothes on the side, but her overbearing manager, Max, is riding that gravy train and not allowing her to pursue her dreams. Now, Callie needs to be in LA by December 23rd for a big announcement, but Callie doesn't want to fly. So Max hires Swan Limousine to drive her from New York City to LA and making a few stops along the way. Now, her driver is Jack Swanson, who's the owner of the limo company. And Jack takes the job because he cannot stand for his employees to be away from their families for Christmas. Now, winter storms come along and force Jack and Callie to divert their route, where they end up spending a few days with Jack's family in Illinois while they wait out the storm. Now, Callie gets to have a good old-fashioned family Christmas with Jack's family, and it sees them fall in love with each other. Now, eventually, good old Mad Max shows up in Illinois to fetch Callie and get her to LA on time. Jack flies out to LA to tell her he loves her. Kissy, kissy, they have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby danced with Danny F and K. Look, Journey to Christmas is the classic formula movie. The movie has plenty of Christmas in the movie, with snowman building, s'mores over a campfire, a Christmas dance, and cutting down Christmas trees by hand in the woods. That is, with a saw and a sled to drag it home with, and not having to put it on the roof of the family station wagon. Look, while I like the actors, the dialogue just didn't have a normal pace. It felt like they were deliberately talking slowly, which at times made scenes feel forced. I mean, at one point, Callie is put on the spot and agrees to make a dress for Jack's niece for the Christmas dance. But like a boss, Callie takes on this Project Runway one-day challenge and creates a beautiful dress. Girl knows how to make it work. So Great American Family has certainly upped their production value on movies this year. Okay, yeah, we had a simple soundtrack during most of the movie, but it was the music fit the flow, and they put together a nice snowman building montage with an actual Christmas song playing in the background. Look, as for my Kiss-O-Meter rating for this movie, I give them a solid 9. This was no lean in and kiss for the camera kiss. I mean, they kissed, and then they kissed again, and then they kissed a third time. Zowie. Look, if you're looking for a feel-good family Christmas movie, you can do a lot worse than this. Number 4, Miss Christmas Comes to Town, which aired Thursday, October 26th on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Now, Gail Storm, aka Ms. Christmas, has been hosting on the Home Shopping Channel, or HSC, for the past 24 years. And this will be Gail's last year hosting because she's been given 12 to 24 months to live due to a brain tumor. Gail decides she's going to take her show on the road to meet her adoring fans one last time before she turns the reins over to her longtime assistant, Amanda. Now, Gail's station manager, Liv, is requiring her to have a traveling nurse on the trip. So enter Travis, the traveling nurse, who happened to have a run-in with Amanda at the local coffee shop the day before. Now, not wanting anyone to know what is happening to her health-wise, Gail is not letting the cat out of bag to anyone, and Travis is being required to pretend to be Liz's godson who just wants to learn the biz. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Now, most of the rest of this movie is filled with Gail, Amanda, and Travis's journey through Washington State. And Amanda, who is called Ms. Holiday, is learning the hosting ropes along the way, and Travis, aka Mr. Winter, is looks like he's been in front of the camera all his life. Ultimately, Amanda discovers the truth about Gail and Travis, and despite their deception, she forgives them. When Gail has an adverse reaction to her medicine, Amanda is forced to go solo for the last night of the tour, and she rocks it. Look, Travis and Amanda, they end up pronouncing their love for one another. Kissy kissy, love guaranteed to arrive by Christmas if you order by December 19th. Look, this was the first movie of the 2023 Hallmark Movies and Mysteries Miracles of Christmas season, and it certainly did not flop like last year's opener, We Need a Little Christmas, which also starred Erica Durance, who plays Amanda in this movie. What I liked about this movie is that Miss Christmas, played by the 70-year-old Barbara Niven, really was the main character of the movie, and the budding romance between Amanda and Travis was secondary. In fact, you might even say their romance took a backseat to the rekindling relationship between Ms. Christmas and her old flame James. Now, as with any Hallmark movies, there were some real head scratchers. I mean, one, Miss Christmas opens the movie shooting a promo telling people to start watching December 1st for a 24 days of holiday offers. Yet when they leave for the traveling show, it's 12 days before Christmas. I mean, where the hell did the 2 weeks go? Look, the Class A RV they travel in was able to be fully wrapped in a Ms. Christmas traveling roadshow design in like 2 days. Impossible. And Travis willingly agrees not only to pretend to want to learn the business, but he joins the cast. And then 4, since when did shopping channels become regional? I lived in Westchester, PA, home of QVC for a couple of years back in the 90s, and that was no regional network. Yet HSC only has a budget to travel through the state of Washington. As for my kiss-o-meter for this movie, well, the ending kiss was nice, but it paled in comparison to the midpoint kiss between Travis and Amanda. I mean, it was a sizzling 9. It was so hot that Amanda had to go to her RV, and she forgot that she was sharing living space with Travis in the same RV. Hey, look, we've reached the halfway point for this week. If you're enjoying the reviews for this movie, be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell to get notified of new content. Number 3, Christmas by Design, which aired Friday, October 27th on the Hallmark Channel. Fashion designer Charlotte, Char to most, Charlie to her family, is struggling to make it in the big city. Hey, look, if I've learned one thing about being a fashion designer from Project One Way, it's that in fashion, one day you're in and the next day you're out. So cowgirl up. Now, after a busted pipe ruins most of her inventory and forces her to close the store for a week while repairs are made, Char is forced to return home, the last place on earth Char wants to be. That is until she finds out that this year is going to be the final year of Elfcapades. Okay, look, I almost spit out my hot cocoa when I heard this. I mean, I thought Elfcapades? Christmas on ice? Oh, hell no. But I was wrong. No, Elfcapades is just another week of Christmas activities in a small town packaged up with a bad name. And it was something that Char's father, who had passed away, started, so it's very personal to Char. Now, Char's co-worker unknowingly enters her into some design contest, and Char, while not originally selected, is going to get her shot at becoming the next Christian Soriano. All she has to do is design 2 outfits that will fit the company's family line. I mean, I've seen this episode more than once on Project Runway. Designer X only does red carpet looks for women, and now they're tasked to create a look for the everyday man. I mean, this is a disaster waiting to explode, and I'm on the edge of my recliner eating marshmallows and sugar cookies. All right, so let me sum up. Char's business is on the verge of collapse. Elfcapades is ending. She has 8 days to design 2 outfits. She's still coping with the loss of her dad. Her car is smashed, and I didn't even get to that. And she's dealing with her because she needs the local mechanic, because she meets local mechanic Spencer. I mean, how much more shit can we pile on this poor girl? Look, one of the funnier moments of the movie is when Char is asked how she and Spencer met. So she replies, I hit him with my car today. No, no, look, this accident that we're referring to, it leads into the most unreal part of the movie. Now, Char is speeding through town when she slams into the back of Spencer's restored classic Chevy truck. Char's front fender ends up coming off the car, yet Spencer's truck doesn't have a lick of damage. Come on, man, do better. So how does this all work out? Well, you'll have to set your DVRs because I ain't telling. Okay, all right, look. So Char and Spencer get together. There's no mystery there. And their big kiss at the end, it was a solid 9. I mean, Spencer went all in with the head in the hands and then the big hugging smoocherino. Nice. Look, Christmas by Design is another solid Hallmark formula movie with a cast and storyline that delivers. If you want another Hallmark formula movie. But hey, look, this is 2023, the year after they tossed the formula. This is 2023, where we got Hallmark Does Pleasantville already. It could have been more. It could have been Hallmark Does Sweet Home Alabama. Think about that while you watch the movie, and I do recommend that you watch it. Number 2 is Bringing Home Christmas, which aired Saturday, October 28th on the Great American Family. Now, Russell runs an antique shop with his sister Jules. He finds an old World War II dress jacket in a box of things he got from his aunt. He finds the name O. Newton inside the jacket, along with an old Christmas card that contains a photo of a woman with "To My True Love, Orrin" from Alice written on the back. Russell feels the need to return this jacket to its rightful owner in time for Christmas. Enter Major Carolyn Upton, recently retired from the U.S. Army, who also holds a doctorate in history. Caroline agrees to help Russell find Orrin Newton. Now, the search leads them to various people who either serve with Russell or is a member of a group of people who continue to provide the next breadcrumb along the trail. Russell has fallen hard for Caroline, though she has been very hesitant to let anyone, much less Russell, get close to her. Having served in an active military zone, Caroline has seen things that has affected her, and Russell will have to have the patience of Job to allow the slow burn of their relationship to finally fan into the flames of love. So, we have another Solve the Mystery movie, just like we did with Joyous Noel. Now, this version of that same old tire story was much more believable than Joyous Noel, and the main characters in the movie did a great job. I mean, Jill Wagner's been one of my favorite female leads since my early days of watching Hallmark movies, and Paul Green brings an honest warmth to all of his roles. Look, I also really enjoyed Jess Brown in her role as Russell's sister, Jules. And once again, we see that Great American Family has stepped up their production quality this year. I mean, the opening scene of Russell driving up to his aunt's farm was beautiful, and we had actual music and not just some hideous piano soundtrack playing in the background. What I didn't understand is why Great American Family didn't hold this movie for release over Veterans Day weekend. I think this was a lost chance to steal eyes away from Hallmark with this military-based story. And my kiss-o-meter score, it was just a 6. I mean, it was a long and satisfying kiss, but it didn't have any sizzle or flair to it. Number 1 is Mystic Christmas, which aired Saturday, October 28th on the Hallmark Channel. Juniper is a renowned marine biologist specializing in seals who has spent the last 11 Christmases in a different place. When her college roomie Candace calls and asks Juniper to spend a few days in Mystic rehabbing a seal, Juniper passes up on seeing the northern lights to help out her bestie. So there's just one problem. Candace's brother Sawyer, who Juniper had a wildly romantic weekend with at Candace's wedding many years ago. Hey, the thing didn't pan out and ended rather awkwardly. Sawyer lives in Mystic where he runs a pizza restaurant. And no, it's not called Mystic Pizza. Over the course of the movie, Candace and Sawyer rekindled their love from years ago while coming to realize that the life of the other leads, Juniper is a world traveler versus Sawyer the homebody, is the change of pace that they need in their own life. And when I saw the previews for this movie, I was not very impressed. I mean, after watching it, though, I have to admit that this was a big old fat enjoyable slice of Christmas fun. There is some very funny and witty lines in this movie. For example, when Juniper gives up seeing the northern lights, Candace says they're not going anywhere, to which she noted that they're getting dimmer each year. Another funny quip was when Juniper notes that Venice was sinking when she was told that Venice isn't going anywhere. This type of quick-witted banter is strewn throughout the movie and really keeps up the pace and fun of this movie. Now, Patty Murin, who was in last year's In Merry Measure, stole the show with her performance as Candace, and we certainly hope to continue to see her in roles for years to come. And in a nod to Mystic Pizza, William R. Jones, who played Tim, the man Cat babysits for in the film, has a role in Mystic Christmas as Ken, who has that certain knack to get you to agree to volunteer things by telling you what you will be doing, not really asking you to do them. And you can really feel the chemistry between Juniper and Sawyer throughout this movie. I mean, starting with the rather uncomfortable car ride from the airport to the Marine research facility until they kiss at the very end, you can feel every goofy emotion as they stumble their way to admitting that they love each other. Their ending kiss comes in with a solid 8 on my kiss-o-meter, mostly because Jesse Schramm sells the kiss by giving us that lifting of the leg. Now, this is early in the Christmas season, but this sleeper may be a solid contender for a slot in my year-ending top 10 movies of the season. So be sure you take the time to watch this one. Hey, look, if you've enjoyed my reviews for this week, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. If you want to see my other content, be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell so that you get notified of new things. This is John, hanging on the beach in Miramar in the panhandle of Florida, wishing you a happy Halloween and a Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching the Real Man Rom-Com Review. Gail Snorn, Gail's, now, Gail Snorn